So I think that most people who are watching are likely aware that your community struggles with the effects of mercury poisoning from a pulp and paper mill upstream from your community and has done so for decades. But many might not know that logging can actually lead to even more mercury being released into the environment. Can you explain?
Well, I've been told that whenever there's clear cuts, or when it's been absolutely clear cut, that when it rains, especially heavy rain, the rain and water will carry the sediment down to the streams, and also while it does that, it stirs up the natural mercury that's in the ground, and it leaks into the river.
So in the next year or so, I'm told that the provincial government is set to discuss its forestry management plan for the years 2022 till 2032. You guys have had a moratorium on logging since 2007, I believe. I guess my question would be, what are your concerns as they start to discuss the forest management strategy for 2022 to 2032? What are your concerns?
Well, I guess the main concern is that our voice, our opinions are not being heard. We've had previous discussions with MNR in the past, but they've never taken seriously anything that we have said to them. We are dead set against clear cutting, and we've been asking them to change their methods of cutting. And with the forest management plan, we don't agree with the volume of cutting that's going to be taking place in the plan.
So there's been a change in government. You had a Liberal government, Kathleen Wynne, previously, and there's been a moratorium on logging, industrial logging in the Whiskey Jack forest. We've got a new government, a Conservative government, Doug Ford's government. Have you had communication with people of this new government with regards to use of Whiskey Jack forest?
No, we haven't had any. We haven't had any meetings with people from the new government. I will be meeting Minister Phillips in a couple of weeks, but I have met with the regional director of MNRF, and I've expressed my concerns, and we will be meeting with them in the next couple of weeks as well.
And you guys there's a protest planned for Queen's Park, June 20th. What's on the list of things that you want on the front burner for this government?
Well, we're going to continue protesting regarding the mercury. As you are aware, we've been in the news quite often, very often, about the mercury issue. We're going to be discussing that, but we're also going to be throwing logging in there, because we don't want logging in our community or within our traditional territory.
So just for our people at home who may not be aware of this, about 90% of your community has been affected by mercury poisoning. And what percentage of people actually get compensation through the disability board for that? And what are you guys pushing for?
Well, about only 6% of the people get compensated from the Mercury Disability Board. So we are pushing that every person that's living in the community and every person that's been affected by mercury, that they all get compensated. Mm-hmm. So really we're pushing to get 100%. Like we would like to see the whole community get compensated instead of just that 6%.
And I guess last question for you. There's the federal government had planned or had committed to building a mercury treatment facility in Grassy Narrows for people who are suffering from mercury poisoning, so they can be treated in their community by their community members. That was a commitment from former Minister Jane Philpott a couple of years ago. Where are we at with that happening or not happening?
Well, the feasibility study was done, but we just need to get into the actual making of the facility, and that's where we're stuck. We haven't met with anybody since we met with Philpott, and just today I did get a call from Minister Reagan. So hopefully we are planning to meet in a couple of weeks, and hopefully things will start moving again.
Well, good luck with that. It's been 2 years. Hopefully you can get them to get moving on it. Thanks so much for joining me, Chief Turtle.
Thank you.